The gate is closed, as is Cazador. Cazador and his rite of profane ascension. An imperial soiree, attended by devils and spawn alike. A grand ceremony to honor one exalted vampiric master. And elevate him to an unfathomable station. To place him in a position of such esteem. The world will yearn to kneel and offer their necks. Of course I envy him. Why wouldn't I? The problem with what Cazador has done is that he did it to me. If the time comes and I can stay one move ahead of him, I'll take his place before his blood can hit the floor. Doesn't it sound delightful? For the lucky little vampire on the winning side. After 200 years of shit, pure shit! I think I deserve something better. Look, I appreciate that. I'm very grateful, of course. All I'm saying is, let's be clever about it. If an opportunity arises for me to become a more magnificent bastard than I already am, why turn it down? Let's find out more about the ritual before we waltz into Cazador's front door. If we track down my old comrades, the other spawn, we may discover more and be finally positioned for yours truly to ascend. If we don't find my brethren, they'll find us, likely with bared fangs. We should get to them first. Then we can make their pretty tongues talk. Unless Cazador's changed their orders, they'll be in the dens of this town, seeking prey.
There you are. I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation. Come closer. Feel my voice rattle your bones as I proclaim our victory. Moon Maiden Selûne, hear me. My mate most high. Darling Isabel is safe and well. Blessings upon the slayer of the Wicked One. We are a powerful party indeed. Faerun itself trembles at our touch. My darling Isabel says we will stay allied at your side. I am pleased to hear it. I am free from my bonds, but not my duty. You must face them. I will help.
I can't believe it. I can't believe Aelin is here. And my father. By killing him, you set him free. You set Aelin free. And me.
Aren't you a sight for sore eyes?
The events of the last days weigh heavily upon you. Sleep's rest is slow to come to one whose mind is so full. The Absolute is not a god, but an elder brain controlled by the chosen of the Dead Three. They mean to use it to take control of the Sword Coast. All who carry the tadpole are governed by the brain, and by extension the chosen. It will take but one order to transform them into an army of Mindflayers. This would have been your fate too, were it not for the astral prison and the mysterious visitor inside of it. With her help, you have uncovered the cult for what it really is. A plan of conquest orchestrated by the gods of death themselves. Together, you have the power to thwart the Dead Three. If you follow this path to its end, the Elder Brain will not answer to the Chosen. It will answer to you. Will you liberate them from their parasites and their religious delusions? Or will you use the power you gain for your own purposes? You will not have long to wait. All you need to do now is sleep. But sleep is not for you.
Hear me. Gather. The reckoning is upon us. The city thirsts for domination. March. Join.
We're under attack. Help me.
Tadpole sky! And the camera!
Fight your way to the portal. I need your help. What should I do?
Might as well.
That thing's not going to hold together much longer.
to the skull.
Hurry! I can't hold them back alone.
It's not over. Come to the skull.
Mindflayer? What's going on here?
The Githyanki is the source of our protection against the Absolute. I must subdue him, or everything we've worked towards is lost. Don't let my form deceive you. I am the one that's been protecting you. I am the one that came to you in your dreams. Help me. You saved a child from a viper. Back in the Druid's Grove, you saved the Ursula Night Song from her soul cave. You let me live last time we were here, though it brought Blackheath's roll upon you. I told you about my role in the Elsong Tavern. That night when you held me, I was vulnerable. You comforted me. Your continued existence as yourself, and not a Mindflayer, should be all the proof you need. Now, help me.
Despite your best attempts to be subtle, the Mindflayer's awareness is everywhere. You blunder in its presence like a walk pup learning to walk.
You must be joking. I am telling you my thoughts directly into your head. But if you insist on taking a look for yourself,
Nothing in your colorful existence to date could have prepared you for this. As the horror subsides, you are left with only one coherent thought. You must do whatever you can to subdue the Githyanki.
happy? Now, join me. Fight together. We can turn the tide. Now, help me. The god. Destroy the god. They prevent me from subduing dark must fall.
Still breathing, despite everything.
There's blood in the air.
Thank you. That was too close. Don't look at me like that. I am a Mindflayer. Yes. Without me, you would be a slave to the Absolute.
Of all the things to be indebted to, a bloody Mindflayer.
You grew attached to a mere disguise, but you judge without even knowing me. It's like I said before, I'm just like you. An adventurer, I came from Baldur's Gate, though I was never one to be constrained by circumstance. I longed for more.
Of all the things to be indebted to,
If I'd known you would be so open-minded, I would have saved myself a lot of effort. But I'm glad you're not here to judge. It's like I said before, I'm just like you. An adventurer, I came from Baldur's Gate, though I was never one to be constrained by circumstance.
of all the things to be indebted to, a bloody...
You grew attached to a mere disguise, but you judge without even knowing me. It's like I said before. An adventurer, I came from Baldur's Gate, though I was never one to be constrained by circumstance. I longed for more. That longing brought me to Moonrise Towers on a search for treasure. To a colony of Mindflayers who caught me, changing me to what I am now. For years, I served the Elder Brain, the one you know as the Absolute. I was a thrall like any other, but I was fortunate. I broke free and started a new life in my own city. I sustained myself on criminals. Unglamorous, but there are plenty of them, rarely missed. And they fueled me while I did my work. I had the good fortune to meet Duke Stillmain. We formed a partnership, and through her, I became the governing force behind the Knights of the Shield, the largest mercantile operation in Baldur's Gate. People referred to me as the Emperor. Such was my influence, though of course they had no idea what I really was. My needs were sated. I was happy for a while, until my true nature was discovered by the tyrant himself, Lord Gortash. He tore me from my home and brought me back to the brain, where I became a slave once again. A slave he continued to call me Emperor. The name was intended as a slight, to remind me of the heights from which I fell. But I have grown fond of it. It encapsulates well who I've become. Indeed, his hubris knows no bounds. To enslave me, that was his nature. But to enslave an Elder Brain, a questionable decision. I shall look forward to sharing his downfall with you. Gortash sent me on a mission to retrieve the astral prison. I was one of many, but the first to find it. How Gortash or the other chosen learned of its existence, I do not know. The moment I found it, I felt a change. My free will returning. I followed the feeling inside, and found the Githyanki. I realized what the prison was for. Containment. While my body was within the prison's bounds, my mind was free. I could resist the Elder Brain, the Chosen. Better yet, I could plan to overthrow them. All I needed to do was subdue the Githyanki and find allies in the outer world. You. We fought to tame Prince Orpheus, the son of Gith herself. His power has been the source of your continued protection against the voice of the Absolute. The power to disrupt hive-mind communication. It is the same power that enabled Orpheus, his mother, to bring about the fall of the Illithid Empire eons ago. A power she passed on to him, and that I leveraged for you. When Orpheus' mother left, a usurper took her place. Blackith declared herself queen of the Githyanki. Blackith wanted his power, but Orpheus rose against her, and so she sealed him and his honor guard within this prison. Bound by infernal chains, Orpheus could never leave. Bound by duty, his guard never would. They were close to breaking my hold on that prince. And if they had succeeded, we would be lost. I am relieved. You have embraced your potential enough that you could help me eliminate them. Alone, Orpheus will be much easier to control. Most certainly Orpheus. He is a threat to her reign. Some Githyankis still revere him, in defiance of their teachings. Blackith was safe as long as they believed him to be dead. But as you can see, he is very much alive. She kept him this way because she was reluctant to eradicate such power. Power that she might one day wish to take from him. If the Githyanki ever find out what she has done, there will be civil war. Blackith will be finished. That would be a terrible idea. The moment he is free, he will attack you. Your only defense would be to kill him.
Even though he is subdued, you feel Orpheus's revulsion. A pulsing hatred that cannot be contained. The Emperor is telling the truth. To him, you are just another wretched illithid.
You carry a tadpole. As far as Orpheus is concerned, you are already a illithid, a sworn enemy, just like me. I'm glad you think so. I agree. But there is one thing that you have that I do not. My original body was destroyed when I transformed. Yours continues to limit you. As an illithid, I have far surpassed who I ever was before. You too should embrace this change. I believe we'll have a better chance of defeating the Elder Brain if you embrace your latent illithid potential. I've been studying you for a while now. I believe I can trigger the next stage of your tadpole's life cycle while continuing to preserve your independence. You have seen what I can do. Imagine yourself with the same strength, the same intelligence, the same devastating beauty. If you let me, I can evolve you. You will be able to do things. There will be physical alterations, of course, but only partial. And you will soon see that the benefits outweigh any perceived loss. The answer is twofold. One, I can, but it would kill you, as I told you before. Two, why would I? You have done well with the limited form you have, so do you wish to evolve or not?
Even as you say the words, you feel a lurch of disappointment. Your mind bristles with illithid potential. How could you be so cruel as to deny yourself what you want most in the world?
I felt that. It's your nature. It wants to evolve, but it cannot do so alone. It must commune with another. A tadpole, nurtured by the psionic energy of the astral plane, cocooned here for millennia, it has become extraordinary.
A wave of disappointment, stronger than any you've ever felt. And then stillness. You've resisted your illithid instincts. For now.
You are not ready yet. Keep hold of it then, until you are. It has enough vitality to further your evolution, and your allies. Perhaps you will be more inclined to try it when you see more of what our enemy can do. But we mustn't lose focus. We need to resume our journey. You heard the Chosen. The brain has gone to the city, and the army marches to follow. We must not let them reach it. We must find the brain and bring it under our control.
Never a dull moment.
There is nothing further I can do for you right now.
I'm exhausted. Better find somewhere to camp soon.
No one back home will ever believe this.
So, there's been a Mindflayer inside the artifact, or astral prism, the whole time we've had it. Sounds like utter madness, even though I've seen it with my own eyes. The more I learn, the less I understand just why I was sent to retrieve that thing. But it matters little now. I do not serve Shah anymore, nor the Mother Superior. The prism is no longer my mission. Saving my parents is. But I digress. Did you want something?
By Baldur's bones, this is a lot to take in. One, we've been carrying a Mindflayer around with us this whole time. Two, it's been appearing as someone else in our dreams, cajoling us to embrace our new illithid talent. Three, the Mindflayer's been siphoning a Githyanki prisoner's powers to shield us from the Absolute's voice. Did I miss anything? How could I forget? One of Baldur's Gate's most distinguished figures, a Mindflayer's ally. Sensational tales, aren't they? Almost unbelievable. With a narrator so unreliable, how do we tell fact from fiction? I can't pretend I have the answer, but I know the illithid's right about one thing. It holds our fates in its talons. Until the Absolute falls, there's no getting rid of it.
Your parasite communes with Lae'zel's. Her heart races as she learns of the events inside the astral prism.
Orpheus, Gith's only son. He lives. It is not the Ghaik visitor that Vlaakith would destroy and Voss would set free. It is Orpheus, the blood of the mother, the prince of the comet. Listen close. The Emperor spoke only in half-truths. Long ago, the first Vlaakith of many. It is Vlaakith 157 whom Orpheus is Gith's only son. Should Orpheus go free, he would tear Vlaakith's empire to pieces and build new glory from the scraps. We meet Voss in the city, and every word Voss spoke, he spoke true. One word from his lips, and if the Githyanki are to be free, the Prince of the Comet must... What about him? Orpheus's honor guard trapped, but they see us as gay. I regret their deaths, but I pledge to live as they perished. In the service of the Emperor may be loathsome, but it's right. Orpheus can disrupt a gay hive mind. A talent like why destroy a weapon like that, when you can contain it in a relic and keep it for yourself? A weapon is only an asset for as long as it isn't pointed at you. The means of Vlaakith's own end has been ripped away. Better to have Orpheus killed than to risk his escape. Better to risk the rise of Illithids than let the Prince of the Comet deny her the godhood she craves.
We must find where Gortash and Orin have established themselves, and take their nether stones.
Trying to find them. What they know could help us.
Excuse me. I can't find my mum. But, I don't know where to go.
Harsh. Not the family type then, I take it.
She better.
My faith will guide me.
Can't give up now.
Just like that. I know that you'll be cleaning, cooking, construction. The possibilities are endless. Anything you want for supper. What do you get out of it? Tommy can Sometimes we'll make an exception. As long as you stop sulking and start walking right now.
Civilization beckons at last. It's no Waterdeep, but Baldur's Gate is a respectable runner-up. Or at least a close third.
Welcome to Rivington. South, Coast Way. North, Worms Crossing.
Just a little more. One foot in front of the other. There is so much wrong with that name. Difficult.
The place was empty. Keep those thugs away from my family.
Danuvia! Get these squatters out of my house now!
Arthur, sweetheart, you paid me and my boys to be caravan guards, not cattle wranglers. If you want us to get our hands dirty, it'd be our pleasure. But that'll be extra.
I just want to remove these unlawful interlopers from my property. I can't let them stay here. What if the little brat gets into the basement?
My point exactly.
They're like kobolds. You let one in and soon the place will be crawling with them. I'm a very magnanimous individual, but this is my home! Either they leave, or I'll make them. Fine. They can stay. Just don't blame me when they turn on you like the mongrels they are.
I respect your hustle, sweetheart, but it won't work on me. You've stepped on the guild's toes, and we'd like a little something to make it better.
The Guild, a loose coalition unifying every criminal outfit in the city under one collective rule, from cut purses to contract killers.
I'd say you'll live to regret it, but honestly, I'm not so sure you'd live. You're serious? Let's forget this unpleasantness ever happened. Come on, boys. We've got places to be.
At least here we stand a chance.
I bet I could hit that fancy one right on the nose. Pow!
What's that?
Right tool will do the trick.
Threaten us. To threaten the children. I was trembling.
She'll be all right. She's a brave girl. We'll get through this.
She's not brave, Ben. Learn to stay silent to avoid causing trouble.
This place is
Someone's
This
left
is
a
more
trap.
dangerous than I thought.
This calls for careful footwork. Let's see what you're hiding.
Watch how you go. There's a trap. Trap. Be cautious. Trap.
A trap. Someone doesn't like visitors. Oh dear. Someone's left a trap after us.
place is trapped.
Can't keep me out.
Way from Waterdeep.
Still alive, so that's progress.
Might be worth checking Arthur's donations. Looks like his generosity's compromised.
This place is trapped.
At least we'll have some peace now.
Heard there's an army marching towards the city?
Better to be within its walls than without, Martha. At least here we stop it.
You're going to hire
Amicus animae.
Do try the grass, should it take your fancy. So.
You'll be in a big.
everything you want for supper.
If I was a Sharon lookout, this is the sort of place I'd wait around.
in the city? I'm sure they'll need labourers to shore up the walls for you. You what?
Glad to see you. Glad to see anybody, really. It was a...
Oh, to be fair, for a miserable collection of shabby hovels jam-packed with wretched refugees, this place isn't bad.
Not these intruders! Young lady, Shadowheart.
Baldurians! Stand with me against this tide that threatens to overwhelm us. You're a true Baldurian, I can tell. You must understand why we need to keep these strays out of our city. Excuse me? I was born in wherever you're from.
I'm just a cat. But please, talk to Yenna. Well, why are you so nosy? Yenna is my best friend. She's kind. Help her, not me. Please don't. Nothing good, I don't think. She was so very sick.
The next urchin that tries to pick my pocket will lose its hand. Half of the children here are already muted. I am reminded of the Brerin. Despite the destitution, there is profit and opportunity to be found in such places, if one is willing to wade through the squalor. Yes. I only know it through history books and I expect it will live up to its legend. Admirable ambition. Indeed.
fate. Dost thou require a new ally? The girl could not bear thou, a breaker of promises. I told her the fate of her parents. She has left this. She left behind a letter, as thou doth know. Hast thou other business?
I took you for one of them for a moment. The refugees, that is. You're a recent arrival for sure, still bearing dust from the road. But you have something they lack. These wretches have nowhere to call home, nothing to live off but what they carry, and nobody to help them but themselves. And me, of course. Charity is a luxury. Fickle, occasional gestures from guilty hearts. I run a business. You'd be shocked by the sort of things they bring with them. Gold and jewels, they can't easily exchange. Heirlooms, rarities, sentimental items, even cremation urns. Alas, you cannot eat grandmother's ashes, nor can you easily trade a golden candelabra for a bowl of soup. That is where I come in. Liquidity. Their heirlooms for my gold. Difficult to get a good day's trade done when I'm expected to keep watch for Shadowheart at the same time. Who knows when she'll finally turn up? A pity more don't share your open mind. I always say it's just business, but some don't see it that way. There is an enterprise within the city that I help to support. I know I said I wasn't given to charity, but this place is dear to my heart. I'd tell you more, but they value discretion above all. As do I. There is an enterprise. I'd tell you more, but they value discretion above all. As do I. You're like a dog with a bone, aren't you? Perhaps you are cannier than I first gave credit to be. I have some very special wares reserved for exclusive clientele, but I think you've earned a peek. Trade secrets. But I can guarantee you that nothing I have to offer was stolen. It was all given happily and willingly. Every last item.
I do not understand why the matrons, patriarchs of the city do not open their gates to the refugees. I was not suggesting they be allowed to roam free. They should be put to work. The city needs laborers and fodder to protect it. Yes. And if they work hard enough for long enough, the city might allow them to earn their freedom one day.
We pay taxes for you to protect us, not these intruders. You and I have nothing more to say to one another.